Good morning from me and my anxiety rash. Fun fact about me is I break out in a rash head to toe when I get very anxious. And I was very anxious today because I was at the doctor. So this is good. I was covered. I don't love that about myself, but it is what it is. I get very I don't know. I could go into the doctor for an earache and I would be worked up. I just don't love going at all. But I had my follow-up appointment. So to catch you up to speed, in case you don't know what I'm talking about, I went to the doctor a couple months ago for just some random blood testing. Plus, I just was having a lot of health anxiety or worries just due to losing my dad and how he passed. And I just wanted to make sure I was good. So during that appointment, we found out that I had high blood pressure and that my iron was low and my thyroid, which I've struggled with my thyroid since having kids. My thyroid has been kind of always up, down, out of whack and stuff. So my thyroid was a little bit off and iron low, high blood pressure. So I started walking every day. I started, and I was also talking to her about my binge eating. So I just tried to really focus in on stopping that and walking and tracking my blood pressure every day on an app. And yeah, so anyway, all that to say, and I started an iron pill. So all that to say, I've been getting follow-up appointments just to check up on my thyroid and iron, and then for a blood pressure check. So I'm making coffee here, by the way. So that was today. So today was my second follow-up. They did the blood, which I am taking blood from a stone. I think I got poked 6 times, 5 times in this arm, and then they finally got it over here. So that's okay. I really don't mind. It's just I feel bad for them because I'm you guys are gonna hate me. I'm back. Try to get my blood. Anyway, they did blood work and they did my blood pressure, and my blood pressure was normal. So I have completely, fixed my blood pressure problem by walking, although I haven't walked in a week and a half. 1 second, I gotta get my creamer. I haven't walked in a week and a half. I've just been under so much stress and that's when I should be walking. That's when I should be walking. I know that. Trust and believe. I know that. But I'll get there. And I've been binging. I've had a few days where I've completely just binged. But I'm not a perfect human. I have to remember that. This is not going to be a perfect life. I'm going to have things that happen in life that are gonna make me want to eat my face off. But as long as I can stop the everyday, the everyday, just swallowing my sorrows with food, then I'm doing good. I just have to remember that. So yeah, it's the past couple weeks, it's been hard. I feel I brought it up at the end of a video at one point, but sorry, I'm still here. I just kind of walked away. And I feel I think I mentioned it's hard having teenagers going through something. I felt it made it sound it's nothing to do with the kids. They're just walking through this with us. We are as a family, just a difficult time. And I just hate them having to go through that with us. It's just a lot, and it's part of life, but it's hard. There's just a few things going on behind the scenes that me, Trevor, and the kids, we're good, but it's just people we love, right? It's just, it's hard. So the past couple weeks, after hearing some really devastating news, I've been so my heart and head have been just elsewhere, and I haven't been focusing on myself at all. Whenever there's an issue and someone I love is really going through it, I just kind of forget about myself and put everything into everyone else. But I know I have to be strong and healthy in order to be there for everyone like I want to. I want to be the person that's there for everyone and helping people, and that's what I love, that's what I want to do. But if I'm not taking care of myself, then I can't do that, because the past like couple weeks, like I've kind of slowed back on the walking. I've gone on a couple walks, but it hasn't been daily. And then I'm noticing the binging happening again. So I'm recognizing it, and I was like, whoa, but I was really, really happy today to hear that my blood pressure is good. And I mentioned it to her. I'm like, it's just, it's we're in a season of life that's just, it's getting hard again. It's getting hard. And she's like, okay, like I understand that. You're doing good. Like, just remember why you're doing this. Like, it's for you, your health, your mental health. She recommended a podcast, actually. She says from Dax Shepard called Armchair or Arm Confession. I don't know. My attention span is not the greatest, but so I'll look into that. But she's like, that's a good podcast to listen to while you're walking. I was like, okay. And then she was like, what's your plans for walking in the winter? I was like, I told her I have a treadmill, but I was like, I really don't like using it. She's like, yeah. So I told her my plans was to do like indoor walking places, and she was like, that's a good plan. So she was happy that I had a plan, and I was just real with her. I'm like, honestly, the past couple of weeks I've been just my old self. Back to my old ways. And I hate that, but I'm happy my blood pressure was good, but I do have to reel things back in and get back into the walking, because I don't want my blood pressure to go back to what it was. Like, I don't want to have to go on medication and that, but it was, my blood pressure was good. And then I've taken my blood pressure every day for 2 months. I missed a couple days, but every day for 2 months, I've taken my blood pressure and logged it into an app, and that gets sent to her. So she was like, your blood pressures are you're doing so good. And it's really cool to see, like it was like here, and then it's like, and now I'm like normal. Like, it's really cool. And she's like, you did it. I'm like, I know I did it. So I just, I just feel like I haven't even like talked to you guys really in a bit, but I'm happy and I'm good. Like a mental health check, I'm happy and I'm good. I am. But like I said, we have things going on that are really hard, and I want to be able to remain good through it all. But obviously I am a person who feels things deeply, so I know things are affecting me, and I'm dealing with it in the way that has always helped me, which is food. But besides that, I'm doing really, really good. The kids are good, Trevor's good, but I'll make this about me. Okay, it's all about me right now, okay, guys? No, I've been doing good. And I was telling this to Trevor the other day. I was like, I am so glad that we are almost done of all of the firsts. Like, all of the firsts. Wait, I'm gonna move you guys. I'm like standing, and I just kind of want to sit. That's better. If anyone creeps up behind me, scream and let me know. Let me know. So I was telling Trevor, I'm so glad that we are just about done with the first, like the first things without Dad. Like, we have Thanksgiving coming up in a couple weeks, and Halloween, and then our firsts are done. We've completed all of the firsts. And I know that it's a forever thing, and it doesn't just end in a year and you're better, but like, your first without someone who's always been there, like has never missed any of those things in my life, to have your first without him is really hard. And like, I've never not had my dad on my birthday, or I've never not had my dad on Christmas or his birthday or Father's Day. Like, and I love occasions and I love gatherings, but it was always like knowing that he wasn't going to be there, and not knowing how our emotions would be that day because it was the first one without him was hard. Like, I was like, oh, I'm going into Father's Day, I'm probably going to be upset, or I'm probably going to be anxious, or whatever it is. Now having all of those firsts over with almost, I feel like okay, like we got through it all. We got through the year. We got through the whole friggin' year. I mean, we, like I said, we still have Thanksgiving, but it's hard. It's hard. But overall, I'm doing very well. I'm doing good. I'm excited for Christmas. I think Christmas is going to be a little bit harder than I'm anticipating, because even though it's not our first one without Dad, he was very much a part of last Christmas. He gave us Christmas gifts. He decorated for Christmas. Like, he was a part of that Christmas season, even though he passed before Christmas. I think this Christmas will hit us harder because he's not going to be there to decorate like he was and all that sort of stuff. But I'm excited. I'm excited for Christmas. I'm excited to have this first year behind us. I'm excited that I was able to, like, I don't want to cry. I was excited I was able to like reel in like the binge eating stuff. Like I said, I've had some slip ups the past couple weeks, but I'm excited that like I've been able to like take that by the horns, and I'm very happy that my blood pressure is now good, and I'm happy that I wake up feeling good. I'm happy that I've really navigated the grieving process this far well. Like, I truly feel like I learned what is important in life, and I've learned what to sweat and what not to sweat. I've learned a lot of lessons. I'm really happy that I was able to connect with my dad right away after his passing. I think I showed it a little bit in yesterday's vlog. It was a long vlog, so if you didn't get through it all, you might not have seen it, but I was talking to Trevor and Mom in the vlog, saying that like yesterday I was cooking my butt off. Like, yesterday was a big, heavy cook day and baking day. It's typically not like that on Tuesday. Like, I don't do that much baking and stuff, but it was what it was that yesterday. But once I had everything done, completely done, I went into the living room and Mom was sitting here, and I went over to the couch and I just plopped down on the couch and I went, I did it, I'm done. And then all the lights went off and then on. As soon as I said that sentence, and I was like, oh, Dad. And it was him being like, you did it, good job, relax, just relax so everyone gets here. Because that's something he would say. And it's not always flashing lights and stuff, but sometimes it is quite obvious like that. But I just feel like I'm so connected to him, and I feel like he has helped me navigate this first year. And I feel like he really helped me with my heart and given me strength to like kind of like hold the torch and like have my family like walk through it with us. And even some of like my other family, like I feel like I'm the person everyone's going to. And I think it's because my dad has given me that strength to be helpful to people who need it around me. And I know if we end up walking through devastation again, that he's gonna help me walk through that. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm gonna edit out the crying, but I'm just so grateful I've been able to connect with him on that level, because my relationship with him is so strong, and nobody ever would be able to tell me that it's not real. I never knew what I believed before I lost my dad, but all I can tell you is that he is with me all the time, and he helps me so much, and he's really helped me through this past year. So after my doctor's appointment, I just feel like a lot of weight has been lifted. Like, I just feel like, okay, like I'm physically good. Like, I'm physically good. We don't have to worry about that. Just keep up with your walking and keep your eye on the binge eating, and we're good. We're good. So I was really grateful to hear that news. Like, I was just so grateful to hear like, your blood pressure is good, you're good. And so I feel like I can just like get cozy in for the winter after my walk. And just get ready to enjoy life in the holidays. Just let this video be a reminder that everybody at some point in their life will go through hard times. And some people will share, like I do, and others will never say a word. Just know you're not alone. If you have stuff going on in your world, like we all do at some point have something that will just require all of your strength. So I think what we have to remember is to pour into ourselves. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna, like the past couple weeks, I've just been not doing that. And I can feel myself every day, like it just feels harder. So I have to remember, okay, like, yes, life is going to happen every day. It's going to happen every day around you, but you have to remember what works. So that's what I'm going to continue to do, continue my walks. That's the main thing, is the walking, because once I get walking, I feel like it just changes everything. So I'm going to get back out there and do that. And I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful that it was a good visit, a good doctor's visit. And the blood work that she did today was to recheck my iron. And that has been improving. And she was like, you don't have to come back unless you want to. She's like, if you want to come back, if anything's bothering you, I'll check, like whatever you want, I'll do. And she's like, but just come back in a year. We'll just check everything out again for you. But she's like, you're doing really good. And I was like, thank you. I think I just needed to hear that, like, you're doing good. Oh, because sometimes it doesn't feel like it. Like the past 2 weeks, I've been like, well, everything I've done for the past 2 months is out the window. I'm going to be going to the doctor's with my blood pressure sky high. But that's not the case. Like, it's just, I had to take a little pause. And we'll get back to it. I'm going to just make this video just like an update, a doctor's visit update and mental health check and kind of where we're at. I think I'm just going to take the whole day and evening for self-care. So I'm probably going to turn off the camera after I get this edited, and then I'll be back tomorrow with a more of a regular vlog. Just today, I think I'm just gonna, but I hope you guys are well. Remember, we're all in it. We're all in it. You're never alone. We're all going through something at some point. Doesn't mean there's always something going on. There's a lot of times where I'm like, things are pretty good. Like, things are going pretty good. And then, other times it's like, oh, no. But it's all okay. It's all normal. Some people share and some people don't. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video.
Just tell me how we lost track of everything but each other. I honestly don't know. And tell me how we messed up, drifting away from each other. Didn't